To try to fix my grinchy nails after 2.5 years of chemotherapy. And so today I have time. I'm going to use some YouTube tutorials and so forth. The first thing I'm going to need to get started are some, well, there's going to be a lot of different things coming up. I've researched this quite a bit. Uh, this is not a paid advertisement for any of these products. None of these are promoted or anything. I'm just doing this for fun. Uh, so these are silicone, uh, and they're going to be mats that will help us get started on fixing the nails. So these come in 3 colors, and in honor of this robe that my sister bought for me, I think we're going to go with pink today. So pink. All right. So we'll check back in, get everything all set up, and I'll show you what we've got.
All right, so we're going to discuss horizontal lines, vertical ridges, and discolored cuticles. So, what does any of this mean? Well, as you can see, they all can mean different things independently. And individually, they rarely mean much on their own in and of themselves. They're not a harm, but what they might indicate could be a harm. And you might want to get that checked out. So, as you can see, all 3 of these things can be caused by chemotherapy, and I have all 3. So, uh, the horizontal lines across my nails are called Bose lines. They're quite indicative of chemotherapy, especially people who are on cycles of chemotherapy like I am. I go on like a 3-week cycle, then I have 1 week off, and then 3 weeks on, and then 1 week off, and that's constant. So for me, that's to be expected because I think. But Bose lines can also be indicative of like vascular disease, severe diabetes that's uncontrolled, fever, even like scarlet fever. There's quite a number of different like measles, mumps, like really severe illnesses, zinc deficiency, pneumonia, kidney failure, pulmonary embolism, and again, chemotherapy. So if you're not on chemotherapy and you notice Bose lines, maybe ask your doctor next time you see them. I don't want to make you afraid of your nails, but just so that you know. Also, that little half moon down in your cuticle, if you notice that that's discolored, maybe bring that up to your doctor. Uh, Again, so many of these things can be treated with like just good nutrition, staying hydrated, and yeah, just taking good care of yourself. But sometimes they can be indicative of more serious things. So, I didn't even realize this before, but even the bacteria that some people can build up from nail biting from their own mouth to your hand, a buildup of that bacteria can even cause discolored cuticles. So, just to be aware of, you know, your habits and how you treat yourself, your body will respond. So, and then the vertical ridges, uh, this is the first thing I noticed because that's where all the splitting and peeling is coming from. This is what's really causing a lot of my nail woes lately. And again, that's lack of nutrition. Poor nutrition is definitely up there. This also happens naturally with aging. A lack of keratin or moisture can cause it. And again, the kidney problem, this seems to be a thing that goes lots, your skin and your nails will tell you if your kidneys, anything's wrong with your kidneys for sure. And again, chemotherapy. So, uh, what I would like to do next is show you just a few pictures of my nails. These are mostly my thumbnails, uh, and those ridges, and how that's affecting the overall health of the nail. So as of right now, this is the condition my nails are in, and they're looking pretty rough, I admit. Uh, and so that's kind of what I'm interested in trying to repair some of this. Now, some of my studies long ago uh, concerning scar tissue had taken me into sort of a realm of silk, like spider silk or moth silk, because silk is some of the strongest stuff in the universe. We don't really know. Mankind really isn't aware of anything much stronger than silk. I know we have things like steel, and you would think that's stronger, but ounce for ounce, no, no. Uh, Silk is stronger than Kevlar. And if we could produce it in better quantities than a spider can give, we could have some pretty cool armor and other applications for it as well. So, anyway, I have this fascination with spider webs and silk and spiders and moths, and because of its relation to scar tissue and so forth, because that's your body's Kevlar, scar tissue, um, and silk are kind of similar protein wise. So it struck me like a ton of bricks as I was researching how do I fix my nails when I came across this old ancient way of doing this with silk. So I wanted to share whether or not this works. I don't know. I have never done this before. I've never done anything with my nails before, but I'm going to try uh, to give myself, well, to repair some of my nails with the silk. Also, the silk is going to give me a little bit added length to my nails because I've heard that gel nails are really hard to do without an anchor, nail to anchor it on. You need a little length, and my nails right now are pretty short. So I'm going to give myself a little extra length with the silk. And the silk is going to bond, so to speak, not molecularly, but it's going to kind of fill in a lot of those lines, a lot of those gaps in my nails, and it's going to cover up a lot of the peeling. And I've got acid-free glue, and we're gonna try silk wrapping my nails and see how long that will help. And if all goes well, then I'll proceed on to my next part of the plan, which involves gel nails as sort of a protective cover over my nails. So, all right, with that in mind, let's get to the video.
All right, let's see how this works, or if this works. I don't know if you can see. This is my new camera. I'm trying to get it to focus in on some of the worst parts of these nails. So, I've been on chemotherapy for about almost 2.5 years. I was diagnosed in 2020 with stage 4 breast cancer. Doing all right, but I'm on Ibrance. That's the type of chemotherapy I'm using. All the products that I use today will be linked in my YouTube description of this video. We're going to try to fix these Grinch nails. So I'm going to dehydrate them the best way I know how, which is with this. This is 100% acetone. So I also purchased some of these. These are lint-free wipes because what we're about to do doesn't like a whole lot of any lint or flyaway fuzzies or anything like that. So, all right. So, just going to dehydrate these nails. I've been watching tons of YouTube videos trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. And again, sorry for any camera difficulties. This is kind of my first time with this new camera, and I've got a couple of O lights, or ring lights. These I picked up. These are silicone mats. I figured they can stand up to acetone and nail polish and all of that pretty well. Uh, this is kind of going to be a little bit of a boxing experience. So, unboxing, I should say. Now, the first thing I attempted was this stuff. This is silky linen, and it came like this, just a big long strip of silk bandages. I couldn't even get it to cut straight. You see this? It frays. Yeah, just all the difficulty. I couldn't get it to stick to my fingers. I was practically in tears with this stuff. Never again. So, yeah. All right. Instead, I called Sally's Nail Supply, and they put some of this on hold for me, and I sent my husband over to pick this up. This is the Swiss silk, and it's the tabs. You can pull these tabs, see? And you find which one's size to your hands. And then they come with instructions in a few languages. These are the English languages. Now, before we get started with that, there's this that goes along with it. The lady at Sally's was kind enough to explain this to me. Now, silk, if you've watched some of my other videos, you know I'm kind of fascinated with spiders and their silk. I like bugs. But silk is one of the strongest things known to mankind in the whole universe. There's nothing stronger than silk that we know of. This is the activator and the bonder that goes with the silk. And it too comes with these silk tabs. I'm going to set these aside because I think these might have fiberglass. And the type of cancer that I have, it being stage 4, means that it's spread to other areas of my body. The other area of my body where my cancer is my lungs. I don't want to take the chance. This one's fiberglass. You see that? I don't want to take the chance of inhaling this. So we're going to set that aside. This is the silk, so I'll keep that with the other silk because I just want to use the silk. This comes with quite... Whoops, I've got my little nail stick here. One second. There we go, nail stick. Everything comes with one of these cuticle sticks. So, not to get my instructions mixed up, this comes with a rather large set of instructions here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take some time to review these instructions because I've never opened this box before. I'm not a nail technician. I don't really even know what I'm doing here. But, you know, hey, this is fun. And again, you know, if you're a chemotherapy patient yourself, don't do what I'm doing here. I'm going to make another video to review this after several days of wearing what I'm about to do. So, anyway, in ancient times, women used to use, well, have kind of, I think, always used silk as a nail repair. Silk and tea bags. And in the 1920s, women started adding fiberglass to the mix. But I just want to go back to just the silk. Okay, so I'm going to push the cuticle back on my pinky finger. I'm using my dominant hand and doing this to my less dominant hand. I'm right-handed because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so the cuticle is pushed back. And I'm sorry, I keep making the camera bounce. All right, so if you can see that, and then you take this and you cut that part right there. And then, I've heard these can be really hard to stick. So, you peel this part. Okay, so far so good. Alright, do I have to do anything before this? Properly size the tip. Cover no more than 3/4 of the nail bed. Extend across the width of the nail. Okay, we got this. There. Okay, that's how far I placed it. Ah! It came back up. No, no. Okay. There. Ah! Oh, I need like 4 hands for this. Okay. It says not to touch it with my hand. Crap. I touched it with my hand. Now what? Uh, okay. Susie at the Nail Career Education YouTube channel. She made this look so much easier. I watched her tutorial to learn how to do this. um, I thought I came prepared. Why am I not a better girly girl? Okay, this does not want to adhere. Glue. I'll use the glue. Now with these, supposedly, the thing is that, oh, this doesn't want to adhere. I don't know why they call these adhesive strips. Because that's just a lie. But you should be able to add length to these. So I'm gonna try to pinch that a little bit to give it a little C curve so that I can add a little length to my nail. And people are starting to wake up in my house now. I thought I was gonna have time to do all this, and just the prepping of it, I started running out of time. Okay, so see how I'm like holding my nail so that there's like a C curve? You see that? And then that's the result right there. So then you spray it with the activator, which is about to shock my dog. I'm not going to do this near the camera. I'm going to do this off camera, but here's the activator. And you spray it like 8 to 10 inches away from the nail and away from the dogs. Okay. All right, so I sprayed it. And then okay, I pressed it. And then I cut the desired length. And then it says to repeat like 2 more times. So I take the nail wrap, same thing, and not going my way, man. Okay, then placing it kind of in the same place, I'm going to try. Oh my gosh, this thing, it doesn't want to stay. Okay, and now moment of not moment of truth. Okay, I'm going to try to get it to stay right there. Right there. No, don't. Stick to the tweezers. Stick to the nail. Okay. Oh, my glue fell over. Okay. And stay. Stay right there. Stay. Let's. Oh, the glue was drying up already. Maybe I should have bought more glue. Okay. Well, hopefully it's going to work. And then my nails will be beautiful. All right. Let me curve that again. And cut it actually first. Okay. And then spray it with the activator. Turning away from everyone. Okay. And then holding this part. Okay. I'm gonna have long nails. This is working way better than before when I tried that other silk. That was a bad experience. Okay, I'm gonna go over this with a little bit more of this glue. This side does not want to hold. I'm gonna see if I can stick that down using this orange stick here. Okay. It appears to be stuck there. So, all right. I am going to go ahead and do the same thing with the rest of the nails, and I'll be back. So, here's the end result of that exercise. I got them all placed. I'm not looking for extraordinarily long fingernails, but I just thought this is, I guess, a decent-ish length. Now the next step is to file them off, which I have a glass file that I can try, but what I'm really looking forward to trying that came with another kit, it's a gel kit that I will go through later. They also included this file. So maybe I'll try that. But I had asked Susie at Nail Career Education channel on YouTube if it was better to wear a mask or to get a fan for filing. Well, I've decided I'm going to do both. So I picked this up at YouTube. Again, every product that I have in this video will be listed down below. I've never used this before, so I'm not sure if it's a good one or if it's an average one or what have you, but since I do have cancer and some of it is, it's not really active cancer anymore according to my last scan, but there is some cancer in my lungs. So they're just tiny little nodules. They really haven't done much. I don't really feel sick or anything, but they're kept under control with eye brands. So I'm going to go with the dust collector, and I have a mask. So I won't be inhaling I'll be inhaling a very minimal amount of the dust here. So I'm going to go ahead and start this baby up and see what she's made of. Let me try. This is going to be fun to unbox her with my nails like this. So we're going to do a little ripping. And oh no, there's tape, the dreaded tape. Okay, so let's take off the tape and take out this beast, huh? Check it out. My new friend. It's a plastic bag, and here's a place to rest the hands while I file if I want to do it this way. I think that's kind of handy. Here are the two bags. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure how this works. Do the bags just do this? Is that all there is to it, really? I mean, that would be weird if that's all it is, but it does feel like maybe that is it. And then it has an off-on switch here. It appears. Yep. And then let me just make certain this is all there is to it. Bungie's going to hate this thing. Our dog Bungie hates the vacuum. Hates it. Okay, so it comes with these instructions. That's okay. Operation manual. Okay, so well, I'm going to have to figure out if this is working or not, but what I'm going to do is I'll wash my hands again, file these down, and come back and show you before we start the next step. I mean, unless you're really into filing. The main thing here is to start with really clean hands, and I did that, and then we're going to file and file and file this and buff and make sure there's no air pockets because we don't want to invite any kind of bacterial infection or fungus. So we're just going to file everything, and this way I don't have to actually file my very thin, sort of weak, grinchy chemo nails. So this has filled in, I don't know if you can see this, but it's filled in all of those ridges, all those deep ridges and those bows lines. Everything is kind of even now. So everything I'll be filing now won't be my natural nails. What I'll be filing is this, and then what I'll be putting on. you know, I know it looks goofy right now, but this is not the end product. I'll come back when we're all filed down and then we'll continue. Okay? So, this fan, again, everything will be linked down below. This is the nail dust collector, and I'll let you know what I think in a moment. So, let's see how this puppy works. So, this fan was amazing. It made very little noise. My dog normally is terrified of vacuum cleaners or, you know, anything that he thinks is going to eat him. This was a really good value. It was like $19 on Amazon. Really good deal. So I'm very happy with how it performed. And also, here's what my nails look like. This one's still a little grinchy. Uh, but these feel smooth now. I haven't had smooth nails in almost 2 years. There's still some to file. You see this? I don't know if you can, if the camera picks up on that. But there are some little corners and stuff that you need to file off before you continue if you're going to do any. Don't do this until I let you know if it causes an infection or anything like that, because, you know, chemotherapy lowers our immune systems. So don't do as I do, do as I say. let me test this, and I'll let you know. I'll keep you informed. I'll post some images here to Instagram. I opened Instagram and Twitter accounts. They're all Sarappreciates, same as how this channel is spelled. I've got TikTok now, so I'll just kind of keep a nail journal maybe. I don't have too many pictures to share, but those are the main ones. But I just wanted you to see that I haven't really had to file my nails much because they just break, other than when they break off. But this, actually, this buffing and everything, there's nails there. It's solid. So, yeah, I'm just trying to clean these up as best I can. And then, when that is done, I've got some 91% alcohol here, isopropyl alcohol. And so I'm going to take that to these nails again. We're going to try to get all the dust off of them, because what we're about to do next doesn't like dust. But I'm almost tempted to wait 24 hours and see if just these hold up and how well. I don't know. I'm sort of excited to see how things work out here, so I kind of want to forage on. This has been kind of a quest of mine for, well, anyone that knows me knows that I've been obsessing about this for quite a while. So, all right, so once you do that with the alcohol, you're going to notice that your these are so smooth. They're not bumpy anymore. I got rid of those bows, or at least, you know, it filled in the deep ridges, and it got rid of those bows lines. It got rid of the deep vertical ridges. This one, you can really see that discoloration, though. I don't know if you can see that on my cuticle. That's pretty indicative of chemotherapy. So, all right, well, without further ado, I'm going to just finish cleaning these up, and then we'll move on to the next step. Guys, look. You can't see it, I guess. There's no ridges. It's all filled in. Anything uneven was filed, so you can't even really tell but the silk is in the ridges. See that? It's, well, you can't probably, but there's no more scoops. Like those deep scoops are all filled. And these are just smooth. I mean, they're rough because I buffed them a bunch. It took off all the shine. Well, there wasn't really any shine left to begin with. So, I have nails again. I could almost just leave them like this, but you know, I kind of, I misunderstood when someone said, "Oh, I would do gel nails," and I went and I got gel polishes, which came with a lamp. So I'll show you what I got. Um, because I'm kind of an nincompoop. I didn't realize what I would need. So I went to Amazon and put this thing on a wish list. There we go. See if that works. And waited and watched and watched and watched until it went on sale. I got this for about just a little over $30. Guys, look at this. Oh, okay. So I've seen, and again, I'm going to have all the links below. I've seen this, the Beetles gel brand. I've seen these reviewed a lot, and it's called a dupe. I mean, basically, there's like $150, for sets like this with bigger brands, and then this one came out and did it for like, I think the original price is closer to $50. So, okay, there's this whole manual, and I do intend to read this before I move on, but I just want to unbox all of this for you because this is such an amazing thing that I got here. So we've got that, and then in here, there's all these different tools, right? So you've got your these are toe separators. We'll see about doing a pedicure sometime. My toenails aren't much better than my fingernails. There's 180, so the grit on this emery board, and then we've got some more file stuff. This nice bendy, spongy. My dogs are starting to get antsy for attention too. I've been at this for a number of hours. Then we've got a spatula and a cuticle pusher. And on this end, again, like kind of a cuticle scraper to get off all of the, I should have probably started with that. We've got a new nail clipper and a new brush. That'll be really nice. And I think this is maybe for the brush. I don't know what this is. It's a just hollow thing. I don't know what this is for. So anyway, that's what's in this bag here. And let me continue. Okay, puppies, just wait. Oh goodness, this is like Christmas. This comes with an LED lamp. This is another set of instructions for that. So I'll be looking into all of this. It comes with some nail art stuff. Oops, sorry. Bumped the camera. It's got a bunch of nail art stuff, some crystals. Oh my God, the camera's just going wild. It's just as excited as I am. It's got foil lines and some glitter. Who doesn't need some glitter in their life, right? Chunky glitters. I'm definitely going to make use of these things. It has another tweezers. I do need that. And look at this. Look at this. These crystals that would make long hair pretty nails. They would make her proud. And poor Evie. Evie be jealous. Look at my bling. Okay, so yeah, all of these crystals, and I do intend to use some on the design that I do. So let's move on. It also comes with polishes. We'll go through these later. We'll unbox, whoops, all these little things. But I wanted to show you the main thing I was after, aside from polishes, is this LED UV lamp from Beetles. And I like it because it's just a desktop thing, and I can use it for other things besides nails too if I decide to do some arts and crafts. But we need to talk about this because most people on chemotherapy are also somewhat photosensitive. So we're going to talk about safety and using a UV light. Okay, so that will come up later, but it looks like it has, these buttons with 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 120 seconds, and then an on-off button. So very nice. And then it came with, I don't really know what this is. Cuticle oil. Our friend cuticle oil. It came with, these are the polishes. This is for the lamp as well. This box has base gel. It has nail hardener. I thought that's something I need. It's got matte top coat and then a glossy top coat. And then what I thought I was supposed to do originally, I got all these colors, just a whole box full of colors. And we'll go through these later, I promise. Okay, so that's what's in this box, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I can't get over how strong my nails feel. So I can like pick at things. So what are nails for besides just vanity? I've found myself asking this question a lot. And it has to do with, being able to grasp things. Your nails, in fact, even your toenails kind of help support every step that you take when you reach the balls of your feet in your walk cycle. And fingers are the same, grasping things, fingernails. And also, if you haven't noticed, it really hurts to, when something slams down on your fingernails. Imagine if the fingernails weren't there. There's a lot of nerve endings there, and they're shielding those nerve endings. So there's good reasons to have nails. They are also good for digging, for defense, those kinds of things. So nails are more than just being vain. There's good reasons to protect them. So anyway, I picked out my sizes here, but I wanted to talk a little bit about, avoiding skin cancer. Again, this has to do with how often. If this is something I'm going to do regularly, I want to use precautions. So this is the company that made these, and they're the UPF 50 plus. So they're made specifically to help block UV light and sunlight and those kinds of things. So again, it's a precaution because I think if this works, this might be something I want to do regularly. Lo Fuena is the brand that I got for these dual forms once I realized what was going on. This set was like $10. Again, links in the description on YouTube. Lo Fuena is the brand name I got. Let's see if I can focus that just a little better. If you can see that, that's the slip solution. So I numbered the bags because they didn't come like this, and like I said, I had to look under a little magnifying glass to make sure I had it all right. So anyway, I like, for example, my thumbs fall between a 1 and a 2. When in doubt, go larger. is kind of seems to be the rule of thumb. Pun intended, you're welcome. But my thumbs seem these dual forms fit like so. I don't know. Again, I'm not too sure how well this camera focuses. You don't want the polygel or the gel to come in contact with your skin, but you do want to make sure that these fit from wall to wall of your nail. And this looks pretty good. The two, I think the cuticle fits a little better, but I'm not going all the way down to my cuticle. I think I'm going to start these right about here. So, oh, right about here or so. And then the guides that I'm going to use on this form, if you can see, it has two different kinds of guides. Like there's a straight line for, and then a rounded line on these. And I'm going to try to use the rounded line as a guide for rounded tips. So I'm not really much of a squares girl. So I'm going to pick up my sizes, and then we'll come back and start. So also, one other thing is I went ahead and purchased gloves. You might hear my dog. He's growling because I don't have the windows open for him. It's raining right now, and yeah, they want to look outside. But I got these from Melody Susie is the brand. Um, they were pink. They just stood out to me because everything I was getting was starting to turn pink. But, you know, there's plenty of black to go around too. So, yeah, I'm going to put these on and get my fingers protected because people on chemotherapy are often, very commonly, also photosensitive. And the brand of chemotherapy I take, which is called Ibrance, warns against UV light and so forth. And wearing sunscreen is not going to protect you from all of the full spectrum of UV rays that this thing puts out. So the best thing you can do then is to just cover up your skin. I also went ahead, I'm not sure. I had a hard time. If anyone knows for a fact, please comment below. But does liquid latex actually prevent UV rays? And I've seen people use latex gloves, so I just went latex. And I saw some articles about liquid latex being able to be used for protecting paint from UV rays, from sun damage. So I thought, well, let's give it a shot. So I'm going to cover some of my fingers, a portion of my finger with these, and hopefully that will help keep the product off of my fingers, off of my skin, as you should do. But also it will hopefully protect me a little bit more from the UV damage. Now, UV damage, I'm not going to advocate for everybody needs this. I'm just saying I have skin cancer in my family. I have breast cancer right now. I'm on chemotherapy, and so it's kind of like smoking. I'm not going to yell at anybody for having a cigarette, but if you're smoking 3 packs a day or whatever, and I don't know how often I'm going to be using this because I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes and so forth, and I'll probably be, every time I do a good thing, I'll probably be curing it. So this is a 48 watt lamp, so that's pretty powerful. I didn't want to get anything much more powerful than that, and it's supposed to work with all of my Beetles products. So yeah, well, and also these gloves, if you get a pair, you're not supposed to wash them a lot. In fact, it's recommended more like to maybe pat them down with rubbing alcohol and let them dry rather than actually machine washing them, because machine washing them ruins their integrity and the weave stops protecting you against UV rays over time. So do replace these occasionally. Nothing's perfect, but this should be a good enough protection for me, I think, to be able to do my nails if I use it with the liquid latex from Beetles. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my nail forms and uh, get myself ready for all of this. And I also have clips if I can't hold anything down under the lamp. I can have clips hold it for me because some of these might need to be pinched a little. So, all right, I'll do that. I'll get everything all set up, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how this works. All right. So let's see. Uh, all right. I added some liquid latex here. It says to add just like a thin coat and give it like like 2 minutes or so to dry. So I'm just gonna do one at a time because I think there's a little zing to it. I think that I don't want to say it burns, but I definitely feel it's there. So while that's happening, I'm going to prepare a pinky finger. And also, I found a thing for my slip solution. I hope this is big enough. But slip solution is typically like, from what I hear, it's like rubbing alcohol. But this set came with it. It doesn't really have any scent, I don't think, in this Lo Fuena stuff. But there it is. I I just I've seen people use a capful, but I don't see a way to pour the capful back in here because it's got one of these. I'm so sorry about the, yeah, like that. I wish this camera had a lot, well, maybe I just need a higher um, thing for my to hold my camera. This one's pretty goofy and extended pretty far. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm just going to prepare this. Okay, so you take the form that fits your pinky and you want it to fit wall to wall pretty comfortably. And I'm going to take these off now so that they're free to use. This is this came with the Lo Fuena kit. This is my first gel brush. So fancy. Uh, and then I take this form and then now be careful with this stuff if you ever use it. This gel is reactive to the UV light. So as soon as this gel comes in contact with the UV light, it begins to dry. Until then, it stays wet. So you can take away all your mistakes and stuff until it hits the light. But that means sunlight too. Now, look at how pretty this stuff is. I'm gonna put this out right here. I'm gonna, just in case, I can see myself making so many mistakes here. My dogs think I have food. What you doing, mommy? All right, so I'm taking this spatula and I've already pushed back my cuticle on that finger, and I'm just taking a small, little tiny amount of this champagne color. Can you see this color? Let me try to get this better here. Can you see that? How pretty that is? Okay, anyway, no lie, it has mica. I didn't know about mica really until after uh, my quest and all of finding all this stuff. And yeah, anyway, it turns out children mind mica. Anyway, Okay, so this is the form that fits. So I take this form, I flip it over, and I pat this in. Okay? So I'm gonna put all this gel onto, and oh wait, I don't even think I have this thing plugged in. Yeah. Okay. And then, whoops, wrong brush, alert. Okay, here's my brush. I'm just wetting it in the slip solution and then dabbing it. Okay, and then I'm taking it and very carefully dabbing it into place. And I might even have too much here. I see what people are talking about. It's a little bit sticky if you don't have enough slip solution. So they say, just play with it a little bit and get used to the slip solution. Um, I think for my nails on my right hand, my dominant hand, I'm gonna keep these a little short. um, I'm gonna keep my nails kind of on a shorter end. I like a rounded tip. I don't want to file it forever, so trying to make that happen here. I'm trying not to. I'm sorry if my hands are. I'm very inexperienced with this. Please keep in mind, I'm super new at all of this. And I'm going to use this to spare my eyes a little work. I need to visit the ophthalmologist again. I need new glasses. Anyway, this is. Oh, look at that sparkle. Okay. All right. I don't know if you can see this through that, but I had, I think this is ready. I think this is ready. It looks pretty good to me. So, oh, that's longish. That's kind of, I might put out my eye. Okay, here we go. I'm placing it down. And then, okay. So now, before you do anything, you want to remove any gel from your skin. And I need to see this close up to do this right. So I'm just removing any excess gel. You do not want to cure this to your skin. So I'm taking this tiny little brush and taking off any extra gel so that it doesn't touch my skin. That's to prevent these products from causing an allergic reaction. And I assume, to keep it from starting to sting pretty bad, I would think. Okay. You don't want to cure it to your skin, I'm sure. All right. Then, before I turn this thing on, I'm doing this, and then I realized you have to close this thing so it doesn't get any light on it. And then I realized I have to still plug this thing in. Man, let me just. Oh, guys, look, I have a nail. It has a little bit of a ridge here. So, I guess what you do for this business right here, is you file that shit. Okay? But I'm going to wait to file these until they're all done. And then I'm going to do a reveal. Look at that. I have a new nail. Oh Gee, guys, I know I said I wasn't going to go long, but look at that. Look at that. Okay, okay. I didn't do the base coat. I think I have to soak this off and start over. I got so excited. All right. You know, just when I think I'm doing it right. All right, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to do the same thing here, but with a base coat first. In fact, I think I'm going to do a base coat and cure them all, but I'm going to soak this off first. So, soaking it off involves this. If this is aluminum foil, and this. For the first time, I'm really happy though. Look at that thing. It's not going anywhere even. And it doesn't feel like a fake nail. It just feels really light, like my natural nail. So, yeah. All right. All right. That was a practice run. I'm gonna do a few. I wanna try an inlay with one or two of them. I have some chunky ribbon. I don't know. There's some. I'm more willing to go with a longer length like this over here because I'm thinking of using some of these uh, pink ribbon chunky. Look at those. I don't know if you can see those. These chunky glitters. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do some really nice nails, and let's come back for a reveal, and then we'll talk about maybe painting some. All right, thanks for watching so far. I'll be right back. Okay, so check it out. I got this liquid latex barrier painted on, and then I'm still waiting for this to come off, and I'm going to go ahead with the base coat on this hand. I'm going to do my less dominant hand first, and then I'll be back once we're done with most of this hand. I'll leave this pinky for last. I'll decide what we'll do with that last, but let me finish up this hand and then I'll come back. I didn't realize, this might be a really good time to show people how to take these off, because you get not just nail polish remover, but you take acetone, like 100% acetone. I'm kind of mad at myself for doing this now, because this is something I've been trying to avoid a little, is this whole using acetone so much. I might even have to redo the silk wrap on that finger, so that doesn't exactly help speed things up at all. I'm kind of mad about that, but oh well. Oh well. This is a whole learning experience, right? So I took this and doused it in this is a few of these lint-free thingities, and now I'm just gonna wrap this around my finger, which isn't working because look at me, I'm so stupid about this. Okay. Oh, I must have like a little tiny cut on that finger because this stings a bit. But okay. All right. It'll be fine. Beauty is pain. I'm not worried. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna let that soak for like 20 minutes, and then it's gonna be right as rain. And I'll start this one over with the silk wrap and catch it up to the rest of the. I'll maybe do the rest of these first. And then I'll save this one for last. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, all right. All right. I'll be back. Okay, so the nails are mostly done. I just wanted to show one of them getting done. These I'm doing long because there's a design I want to do, but this is the length I was going for, really. Um, so, anyhow, I got a form, and this is the gel, the champagne colored gel that I've been using for the rest of the nails. And then you just put a little bit of the gel into the form, and I'm not sure if that's enough. I'll just put a little extra. There we go. Okay. And then the form came with this little uh, brush, which I use alcohol um, to use this to shape the nail out of the gel in this form. And the form has little lines that I'm using to go by for the length of the nail. And you want to make sure that it's all filled in up to the line that you want, and it lets you kind of shape your nail. But I've been shaping them also with uh, files and buffers and so forth. Okay, so then I have the base coat on there that I cured already, and then this goes on the nail here, like so. Press it a little bit to make sure that it stays on the nail, and then you wipe away any excess. Make sure it doesn't touch your skin, or you can develop allergies to these products, and then you're done using them forever. Okay, and then that goes into the thingity for 60 seconds. Uh, these haven't burned too much. That's good news. Some of them have been a little hotter than others, but for the most part, this has gone down pretty well, except that it's been about 12 hours now. I'm not kidding. It's been 12 hours. This is my first manicure that I've ever done with gels, though, so um, cutting me some slack, hopefully. Like I said, these nails are longer than I would normally wear them because I want to do a design with them. So once this is done, generally speaking, the Beetles gel doesn't seem to leave a real sticky residue after when it's done. Um, it it comes out. Um, it generally doesn't have much. It's pretty smooth, but I still rub it off with a little alcohol before um, shaping them. So there you go. But yeah, they're pretty smooth. Um, then I'll file over my fan, and then I'll come back and show you the results once they're filed and shaped.
You didn't think I was going to leave you without a reveal, did you? All right. So I took a few pictures, and this is again to remind you that's before and after. And the other hand, and again before and after. I couldn't be happier. And I can do this whenever I want in the future. Now that I have the essentials. So it's just a matter of picking up more polygel when I need it, or other polishes as I need them. So anyway, thanks again for spending time with me here. Uh, I really appreciate it. And again, if you'd like more content like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And again, be kind to yourself and others. Bye.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, all right, guys. So I did 12 hours on this manicure, and it's lifting. Well, at least it, okay. I'm telling you, nothing sticks to these nails. Do I need to buff them more? There's nothing shiny on this nail. Um, I don't know how to solve this problem. Uh, what do I do? They're smooth though. Maybe they're not rough enough. They were too rough before when I had the ridges. Oh, okay. Well, that's what it is.